I'm going to show you how to use the hawksoft to send text messages. Now, this is a good tool when we're actually following up with cancel policies or monthly payment reminders or just simply any appointment. These are tools that we could use for customers that actually had a policy or have a policy with us, and they're technically already on the hawksoft. Now, I'm actually going to show you a couple things. These things are very important. Now, number one, it's very important to make sure that the phone number is under cell phone, because if not, it doesn't work. So I'll give you an example. This one is the phone number is under home phone number, so we won't be able to send text messages. So for the ones that we're not able to, I'll find a solution. I'll give you that solution in the near future. But the ones that actually have a cell phone registered on the hawksoft, then we could actually use this tool. So let me show you. First of all, if you don't see cell phone here, like for example, you have home phone number, work phone number, but you don't see any cell phone or mobile phone, it's not going to work. So I'll show you. You're going to go to client text, which is right next to the website in Appetite. So client, and it's going to give you hawksoft text messages. Messaging is experiencing some problems. Or it's just simply going to, I'll open up another one just to give you an idea. Or simply is going to give you, may just give you a couple different messages. But once again, you have to check to make sure that there's a cell phone number. Or it could give you this. So keep in mind, if you see this and it says there are no text messages to show right now, come back later, that means most likely there's a home phone number connected to the policy. So regardless if this is a cell phone phone number or a home phone number, it's actually registered under the home phone number on the hawksoft. So it's not going to work. So either you get this message that it doesn't allow you to do anything, or you can simply get the message that we got a couple seconds ago, which it means the same thing, that you're not going to be able to send a text message. Now let me open up an actual hawksoft. As you can see, it says cell phone. When you click on the client text message, it's going to give you this message. So this, if this shows up, then that means you can send a message. So it's asking you, this number must opt into receiving text messages. Technically, you could send them and then they'll respond if they want to accept them or not. We don't necessarily have to do that. Just go and skip. So skip, opt, and process. And it's going to give you this message. Just press yes. And it's going to allow you to text. Now, we're not going to text this number. We'll text a practice policy that I have. But technically, you would copy and paste most likely. There's going to be a specific message that you're going to send. For example, it could simply be good evening, okay? This is a reminder that your payment is due. So just an example, but we're not going to send it, but this is technically the way you would just copy the message, just paste and then send it. It's very easy. Now, as soon as you send it, it's going to create like a chat where they may send you a message as a response, and you could communicate with them. Even though we're not using this method mainly for a conversation, we're using this as a reminder or as a notification. So let me open up a file that I use for training purposes. Now, if you go to client, I actually have one of my phone numbers registered here. So as you can see, check my status, test, give me a few minutes. So I'm just testing the system, but let's go ahead and send this. Good evening. And we're going to have a generic message, so copy and paste so it could be easier. Your policy is canceled. Please call us back at and this is just testing. So I'm actually going to receive this message. I actually just received the message. So I'm actually going to respond back to it, see if we get the message right away. But so you could communicate, as you can see, you could communicate So we could communicate. Now, once again, we're not using this as a conversation, chatting. We're just using this as a notification. But if you receive a message, then you could go based on this. Remember, you're going to be working on a specific list, specific department. So you're going to be calling these customers over and over and over. So if they respond, then you could acknowledge it, and we could go based on that. I'll show you another example. Let's say you're not on the file, okay, but you send a text message, and they send you another text. Even though you don't have this file open, I'm just going to show you. See if I receive the message right away. You're going to see it. You're going to see like a message on the right corner. Just give it a second. There you go. So you see, my payment was processed already. So as you're working on other files, they may text you back. So if they do, you're going to see that message right in the corner. So you could just click on the message, and it's going to open up the conversation. Now, as you can see, the one that sent us a message was this one. Okay, my payment was processed already. As you can see, it was just processed a couple minutes ago. 5:49. It's 5:50. Now, if you submit multiple messages, of course, not at the same time, you're going to keep them registered here. So as you can see, I registered both of my cell phone numbers just to use it as testing purposes. So if you submit a text message, you may have a lot of these conversations. So you could always go back and follow up with them. Now, just in case you didn't have your hawksoft open, you could always go here, and it takes you, if you click on this, on this little icon over here, which is like the text message icon, it's going to send you back to the ones that you have been communicating with, and then you could see the history. I mean, we could delete it as well. Mark all process. If you select this, it's gonna delete them from here. But it also gives you the opportunity, as you can see on the side, customer ID. You could click on this, and it's gonna launch the hawksoft for that client. So if the customer sends you a response, maybe you weren't available at the moment, you can see it, and maybe they want to make a payment or they have any questions, you could just go back to their hawksoft, and then by selecting that this customer ID number is going to open up the actual hawksoft, and then you can continue the conversation. So once again, it's very easy. You're going to go to this icon, client text message, and then if you receive this, most likely there's the actual category of the call, of the phone number, the category of the phone number is under home phone number, work phone number. It has to be under mobile. For now, if it's not under mobile or cell phone, we're going to leave it alone, but eventually I'll be giving you a solution so we can fix it. If you receive this where it doesn't give you any type of details, then most likely you're not able to send a message. So you're actually going to have to see something similar to this, where start a conversation. Now remember, it's going to ask you if you want to, it's going to ask you if you want to opt for a confirmation. You're always going to select no. It's trying to open up another one, but either way, you saw it in the beginning. Oh, there you go. So go to client. You must opt in. Just select skip and then press yes, and then it allows you to send a message. So this is the text messaging feature through the hawksoft. So once again, we use these, especially we're going to use these text message feature through hawksoft for appointments, for reminders, or even for policies that are canceled or policies that are late. So we could send a quick text message as a notification, as an additional, as an addition to the voicemail, the calls that we're constantly going to be making. So it's just another way of communicating with the client.